Yo, what up guys, I'm Sammy and welcome back to the Soul Brothers channel, and this is my first impressions look on the 361 degree AG2 or Aaron Gordon 2. So obviously this is Aaron Gordon's signature shoe or second signature shoe with 361 degrees. I mean, it's a pretty long name to say. But anyways, if you guys do want to get it, I'll leave a link in the description box. It's going for 90 bucks. This colorway is called the Totems colorway, and also there is another really cool like all black colorway with some black iridescent like accents on it, which if you guys do want to get it, I mean $90 is a pretty, actually a very good price, especially for a signature shoe. But anyways, again, links are below, but let's get it started off with the Tracciones. And this is a very interesting color for gum. Gum is usually a little bit lighter. It's more of like a tan color. This is more like a very brown, like dark brown color. But I like it. As far as the traction pattern goes, we have a pivot circle and it kind of circles out from there, right? And also we can see different planets throughout this entire outsole, which is pretty cool. I can't really tell which planets are which. That's a very cool design, I would say, right? And as far as how the traction feels on my wood floors, it feels very nice. You know, it has a pretty loud squeak and the stop seems very good right now. It does seem to pick up a little bit of dust though. I mean, my dog right here, she's shedding like crazy. So I have a lot of dust and dog hair on the floors, and it was picking a little bit of that up. So we'll have to see on dust performance when I actually play in it. But right now it feels nice when I guess like I wipe a little bit on my wood floors, right? Also, as you guys can see here in the middle of the outsole, they're calling this the XX skeleton. So pretty weird naming scheme there, but it's just a midfoot shank plate in the shape of an X, which is just pretty cool. So the outsole is feeling pretty damn nice so far. All right, moving on to the heel to toe transition. So here in the heel we have a nice curved shape and a pretty exposed midsole. I guess it's kind of caged here in the back of the heel, but that's all right. This foam right here, which they're calling the quick foam, is super freaking soft, guys, which we'll get into. And then here in the forefoot we have a very nice curved shape and a lot of forefoot flex. Look at that, super flexible. And then of course we have good torsional support because of this XX skeleton midfoot shank plate. All right, moving on to the cushioning setup. So the cushioning setup is for Aaron Gordon, and Aaron Gordon's got hops, guys. He got the bunnies, you know, and when he lands, you need some impact protection, or he needs a lot of impact protection. So just right off the bat, the court feel isn't the best. You know, it reminds me of the AG1, you know, his first signature shoe. Not the best court feel, and that makes sense. You know, if you want good impact protection, you're gonna need to have a softer foam and a thicker foam, and they sacrifice court feel for that, which of course, like I said, makes sense. So they're using two foams, right? So here in the back, like I said, they're using a new quick foam, and it's so damn soft. Just pressing with my fingers, like there's a lot of compression, there's a lot of give too, and it feels so nice, right? But then like as far as compression goes, there's crazy compression. There seems to be a nice rebound back as well, and it feels really soft. So I am a little bit worried about like responsiveness and also stability. So of course I'm gonna need to play in it and we'll see about that, but it feels really soft here in the heel. And then here in the forefoot, this white foam is called Neo Foam Organ. So that foam is not new and it feels nice. You can definitely feel it underneath your foot. So the court feel actually is very comfortable too. So for the insole is pretty nice. It feels plush and it definitely does improve the step and comfort. And then feeling the strobel board is kind of stiff. I don't know why I can feel like a little bit of compression in the forefoot, but yeah, I mean the cushioning setup is feeling really nice. Of course, I do have my worries though. Like I said, you know, it does feel a little unstable, and I feel like it might not be the most responsive cushioning setup just because it feels really soft, especially here in the heel. But the pros right now seem to be impact protection, compression, comfort. So if you're looking for a crazy, comfortable, soft cushioning setup, the AG2 is probably a very good option. Also, we have this cage, right? They're calling it the Quick Balance. And so it starts here in the midfoot on the medial side and goes all the way around the heel and also cages all of this here. It stops right here in the midfoot though. And then here, this white foam is the Neo foam. So of course that is to cage the cushioning a little bit to add more stability, and also it acts as a lateral counter, or I guess an external TPU heel counter here in the heel. All right, moving on to the materials. So the materials are extremely nice, right? It reminds me a lot of the Zen 3. So it's extremely thin. Look at that, super soft. soft, thin, it conforms to your foot very well, and it feels really comfortable here in the forefoot. And then where the like fused material is, you know, here on the lateral and medial side, it gets a little bit stiffer for extra added durability and support, and you definitely need it here on the lateral side, of course, for support. And then here in the midfoot, it stays extremely thin, as you guys can see. As far as the eyelets go, for the first 3 eyelets on both the lateral and medial side, it's kind of like a flywire, right? And they're double flywire cables, and the laces only go through these flywire cables. And I know flywire is Nike, but I feel like we all just call it flywire, right? And this flywire does go underneath this textile material, so it goes all the way under here, and for extra added support, which is very, very nice. I really like that. And then for the tongue, we have a half booty construction tongue, which does give you better overall one-to-one fit. And we have a good amount of padding here on top of the tongue as well. It feels nice, it feels cozy, and it is a very large tongue as well, as you guys can see. And as far as the material for the tongue, it's kind of like made of a open, like a pretty open mesh material. And coming here into the ankle area, we have 2 Achilles pads. They're very, very large, so it's a very nice foam material. It does improve comfort and also lockdown. That feels really nice here in the ankle area. So yeah, I mean, it's a very nice material, especially for 90 bucks, guys. I mean, they killed it. I mean, I can kind of like nitpick and say like this fused material here in the heel and also like in the forefoot isn't the best quality, but I mean, like, I don't really notice it all too much, you know, and overall it feels extremely nice on foot. So it feels really thin here in the forefoot and here in the midfoot. The tongue feels nice and cozy. And then here in the ankle area, it feels very nice and cozy as well with these Achilles pads. So for $90, it has probably the best material quality that I've seen, you know? Moving on to the fit, I went true to size and it fits me extremely well. So for length, my toes go pretty much right to the edge of the shoe. It's pretty snug here in the toe box as well. I like that nice snug fit. And then for width, I would say it's slightly narrow, so it fits my foot extremely well. So for most people, I would suggest just going true to size. If you have a wide foot or you want a roomier fit, probably just go up half a size. As far as support and lockdown goes, I mean, it's Aaron Gordon, and if you're making a shoe or designing a shoe for Aaron Gordon, the first thing you're probably thinking about is support, right? Support and then probably impact protection, you know? So, I mean, for lateral containment, here in the forefoot, we have the foam coming up a good amount. And also, like I said, we have this fused material, which does add support to this material. I mean, it feels like there's a little bit of a plastic piece, maybe even, you know? It feels pretty damn stiff here, right, on the lateral side. And then here in the midfoot, we have the same thing, you know, with this fused material. And then here in the heel, like I said, we have this quick balance, kind of like cage, which does act as an external TPU heel counter as well. So lateral containment, I feel like it's going to be good. And for lateral stability, look at that crazy sharp outrigger, very wide base. So I feel like lateral stability is also going to be good. Moving on to the weight of the shoe, I feel like feels a little heavy, maybe like 13-14 ounces, I'm guessing. Oh my god, okay, so 14.64 ounces. Yeah, that's pretty damn heavy. Let's check the other pair. 14.6 ounces. Yeah, that's heavy. Does it feel heavy? It feels kind of heavy, but also it doesn't feel too bulky. As you guys can see, nothing like really protrudes out like crazy, you know? It's just streamlined towards your foot as far as the overall design of the shoe goes. Like the cushion isn't crazy bulky or anything, especially here even in the heel, you know? So I feel like they did a great job on that. But as far as the overall weight goes, yeah, it does feel heavy. So I feel like it's gonna be a responsive shoe, but like I said, the cushion, we'll have to see on that because it is pretty damn soft. All right, moving on to the aesthetics. I like it. You know, there is the AG2 and also there is an AG2 like X with like, it's kind of like an eclipse plate where the midfoot chain plate is like exposed here on the lateral side, which looks really cool. I believe like the foam is a little bit different as well, maybe. But anyways, yeah, the overall design looks great. I also really like this colorway and also that black iridescent colorway. I do like the graphic on the fused material as well. That looks pretty sick. So tell us what you guys think of the aesthetics down in the comment section below. So wrapping things up, it's feeling pretty damn nice. I feel like it's probably not gonna be my type of shoe just because in my personal preference, I like to have a very minimal and lightweight shoe that feels extremely responsive, right? And I do have my doubts on the AG2 feeling like what I just described, but I feel like, you know, if you want a crazy soft cushioning setup, with like a very nice feeling material. I feel like you'll enjoy this shoe, especially for the price, you know, 90 bucks. So my first impressions of the shoe, I like it so far. But anyways, that about wraps it up. Again, if you guys do want to cop, I'll leave a link in the description box, but that's it. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.